So, are you guys ready? Let's do this. What is up? What is up, guys? So it is April 24th, 2014, and we are back with another night with me. How are you guys? Let's give props to some certain people before I bring in Ken Walker from Walker Tobacco Alternatives. We got CountryPami, who is, I can honestly say, helps me so much with the show, and I finally got out your care package, and I'm so glad you finally got it. So that's just my way of saying thank you so much for your hard work, not just with my show, but through the network. So Pammy's awesome. She deserves being a mod, even though she doesn't have a show. She helps us out so much. Got a lot of love for her. Thank you, Pammy. And then, of course, we got Shelly. Hello, Shelly, coming in really late at night from the UK. Thank you very much. And what's up, Assumption? How are you? We got Holly Ryder, Mad Vapist. How are you? I know there's so many people I'm leaving out. Yo, what's up? Let's see. We got Big Max in here. We got Maxie, the Juice Genie in. Of course, D Mellon, who comes in every week. Very good with the with my treasure hunt questions. I have to give you props on that. Of course, Latin Lady Vaping, how are you, darling? Nice to see you. And of course, there's my my super secret girlfriend, who isn't, I don't think she's here yet, but sometimes my secret girlfriend comes in. Let's see, she's not here yet. Hopefully she'll show up tonight. I do have a super secret girlfriend. If you guys want to know who the super secret girlfriend is, you could go to my Vaping Picks album on Facebook. I have an album called Vaping Picks that I have public, and I write it there, but she's my super secret girlfriend. But shh, don't tell anybody. Of course, we got Obsolete, who I hit on non-stop during Vape Bash, and Latin Lady almost killing me while I was doing it, but she's not here either. She's probably out wondering, where is she? And of course, Latin Lady's about to knee me in the nads because of it. Oh, come on. Don't be bad. Don't be mean to. Yo, what is up, Taylor Made Super Fast? Dude, let me just give you props. it was like towards the end of Bash, okay, and I went to Taylor and I was like, I gave him the sad panda face. I was like, I just want to know if table dancer to put in my tank, and I was like, right, right. So I gave him the pal face, and then he was just like, we'll take care of you. So right before Bash, he runs up to me. It was like Saturday night. He was like, Rich, this is all I got left. I was like, what? But yeah, he hooked me up. I mean, it's not a full bottle. He gave me a half a bottle, but dude, it's a half a bottle of a very big bottle. So I was really, really happy. And like, I really didn't expect. I really just wanted to try a tank, to be honest with you. I swear, I didn't expect you to pull out and be like, boom. Hey, Mrs. TaylorMade, how are you? Much props to you also, because you're one half of the Taylor clan who makes this. And let me tell you, just like Joe said, you're literally like one blip away from being boom. That's all I'm saying. That's my opinion. So, guys, insane e-liquid. So anyway, let me go ahead and hook up. I'm gonna be bringing in my guest for tonight. I'm very excited to have him, by the way. Hold on a second. And let me. So Ken, if you're in the room, bro, I'm going right now. I am going on your Facebook right now because I turned off my Skype, and I am putting in the Hangout link. I don't know if you see it, but there it is, my friend. There it is. And there it is. Oh, and there is the nice sound of, hi, how are you? I am here. So
hello.
Oh, hold on, I'm just waiting for your cam to pop up. And then we'll be rolling onward. Well, I see your head, but not your cam yet. Well, anyway, we got his voice. We have his voice. I don't know about the...
That's the best part.
Hold on a second, I'm trying to see if I can get your... I'm putting up my bandwidth up one. Well, we got his voice. Right? Hey, Mutable, how are you?
Fantastic.
Oh, you're immutable?
Huh?
Wait, I'm confused here. Wait, I don't know why your camera isn't working, Ken. I'm so confused.
The light's on, man. I don't know.
You know what? You know what? Go out of the hangout and come back in. Maybe that'll work.
All
right, so let's try that. We got to see Ken's handsome mug, right? Am I right, guys? All right, so let's hope. Come on, baby. Let's see if we could get this rolling.
How's that?
It's not working.
I tried a different browser this time. I don't know, man.
Oh no.
Hold on, let me see if maybe
Okay.
I don't get it.
Well, anyway, we got the voice. We got the voice going, and I guess that's important for right now.
Yeah, that's the big part.
Yeah. And hopefully we get the camera rolling later on. That'll be awesome. But anyway, guys, I just want to tell you guys, first and foremost, we have Ken Walker in. And, oh, there you are. You popped in. We got him.
Right on.
What is up, Ken?
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Sweet. Now, guys, I just want to let you know, I will be fielding questions from the chat room, but please don't think that I'm ignoring you, because I do want to interview Ken and make sure it's the best interview possible, so you guys get a lot of information from him, okay? So I don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you. I'm not. I love you guys. So, anyway, before we do anything, here's a link to his Facebook group for Walker Tobacco Alternatives. So you guys can take a look at that. Let's say if you want to open up another tab. Now, do you have a main website first off, Ken, or is this the only way people can see information on your line so far?
So far, yeah, this is it. But
okay.
It is in the works. We are, and literally any day now, we're that close.
Oh, cool. So when it does come on, what would be the name of? Would it be just WalkerTobaccoAlternatives.com, or is there another URL?
Honestly, I have not looked into having the word tobacco in there as far as a domain name and all that. That's something I'm still considering. So,
Like, like, yeah, I mean, like, but once you know, you'll announce it on your Facebook group for everybody, correct?
oh, absolutely, absolutely, yes. It'll be perfectly clear, and I'll get it out there for everybody to see.
Oh wait,
Just
your audio's breaking up. Hey, do me a favor, just drop down your bandwidth 1 bar for me, will you?
sure.
Okay. I know, guys. You guys like Rich. You're so amateur. You didn't tell him this. Honestly, I really did. I just forgot to remind him. So it's my fault. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, I tried turning it up to see if it would connect before, so I just turned it back down to where it should be.
Cool. Yeah, my bad. It's my bad, guys. You guys. So anyway, first things first. How are you today, Ken? How are things, man?
Things are fantastic. Having a great day. Things are moving along nicely. I'm
I know.
excited.
I know you and I had a little chat earlier about how we both had to see a phlebotomist today. Uh, unfortunately, unfortunately, it didn't go so well for you. Although, and I got a sort of big bruise on my arm to showcase the fact that yes, they did get enough vials off of me. So, but that was weird that we were both doing stuff like that today. So,
It is. It was.
excuse
Yeah. And
me.
in fact, 6 weeks ago, I had it done,
Right?
and I don't know why he wanted it done again, but yeah, they were trying to take blood. I got stuck like 6 times,
Oh man, I'm
and
sorry.
3 different people tried it, and it wasn't happening. So yeah, it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours for nothing to get it. I could have just sat here with a syringe and poked myself, right?
Right? No, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I know you probably would have had better luck because we know our own bodies. We know where our veins are. So who
Uh,
knows? But anyway, I'm sorry that happened to you. I hope that the next time you go, they'll be able to get what they can from you, and that you won't
yeah.
have wasted some of your day. Because I know you said you wasted some upwards of like 3 hours today trying to get that done. So
Yes.
you know.
Yes. Could have been filling orders, but not a big deal. Not a big deal. So,
I
yeah.
hear you. So anyway, let's start with the rudimentary question because a lot of people just want to know this, and I really want to put a face to the product. And just so you guys know, if you guys are at the Facebook page now that I put in, I'll put it in again so you guys can take a look at the Facebook group while you're listening along. Here's the card. Basically, this is his business card, and that's his logo as such. Ken Walker and everything. It's a cool logo. And my first question to you is this: uh, basically, how did you discover vaping, and what was like your smoking history prior to that, before you even get into vaping?
Well, I was smoking. I actually didn't start smoking until I was almost 19. And by the time I started vaping in the end of 2011, I was smoking 3 packs a day. I was building houses, just constantly lighting up, ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And I had heard, you know, electronic cigarettes, this and that. I heard it around, but I didn't know anybody that had one. I didn't have any first-hand input from anybody, and I went to a friend's house, a friend of a friend's house, with a buddy of mine one day. And there was this guy had to be 60 years old, and he had a cigar like a blue or something like that. And I asked him a few questions, and he's like, it works great. I quit this and that was all the information I needed. I started doing some Google searches, and I found one of those places in southern Florida that has those monthly recurring programs.
Right.
And I made the mistake of spending $150 on a starter kit. I found ECF 2 days later, before the starter kit even arrived, and I had gained enough knowledge to order juice. And I knew that I'd be able to finagle a way to refill the cartomizers, and did just that. Literally, when the batteries were charging, I had my last cigarette and have not had one since. chain vape 24 milligram, and it did the job.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a good 6 months
Hmm.
before I was comfortable with the fact that the rug wasn't going to be pulled out from underneath me. It was, I became a strong advocate for this industry and this community because as we all know, it is what it is. It's an incredible, amazing harm reduction tool.
Yeah, and just to just reiterating a little bit of what you were saying, like going back, just you're talking about how important this community is, and I'm with you. I talk about so much. I mention it at least once on every show. How great this community is. Like I look at the forums or the Facebook groups or radio like podcasts, or in this case like um, internet-based vaping related shows as my big support group. And even though I've been at it for nearly 2 years, I mean, I still come to these shows. It may be broadcasting in my case or watching somebody else's show is just one big support group.
That's spot on. It is. I was shortly after I started vaping, I had an injury,
Hmm.
and I ended up having to have back surgery. So for a good year, I was pretty much bedridden, and I was. This was right when I first started vaping, so I had all the time in the world to engulf myself in and learn, and I got really good at it,
Hmm.
and started helping others, and yeah, I can't say enough about it. I got approved a few days ago. I got approved to be a vendor on ECF, and I had to post something on Facebook about it because it really the ECF will always have a special place, the community, and they were there for me in the beginning, and still are today,
Hmm.
and to be able to give back is fantastic.
Right. I want to give props to two people that are relatively new. We got Shot in the Dark, who's been at it for 3.5 months. Congratulations. And Assumption, 43 days. Let me tell you, bro. Ken, I'm sure you can agree with me on this. Once you're past the first month, it's all aces, baby. Real easy. The first month is the hardest.
100% agreed. Absolutely. If you even less time than that. I mean, if we've all tried all of the you know other products that are out there,
Hmm.
and after 48 hours, you're pulling your hair out. Well, you know,
Tell me
with
about it.
vaping, if you get the nicotine up to the proper levels, so you're replacing what you were getting with smoking within a week, 2 weeks. I think it's a if you're not, if you're content and you're comfortable after a week or two, you got it nailed.
I hear you. And not only that, I mean, like, to me, for people who are just newer, I'm telling you from personal experience, I love not waking up in the morning and hacking my face off over the sink. I love being able to climb up 5, 6 flights of stairs now without huffing and puffing. I love being able to walk 3 or 4 miles on a stretch, even if I'm walking at a leisurely pace, but doing it without dying. And I love not smelling like a smokestack. That's me.
Endless benefits, all of the above. Yeah, agreed, 100%. I mentioned I had blood work done 6 weeks ago. I got the
Hmm.
results 2 weeks ago, and my primary care physician is, I've been updating him on what I'm doing and the community, and I've been bringing him information so that he can do research on his own because he's very interested. And he said that they did a full lab workup, and he said that it is the equivalent of a non-smoker. That I was on blood pressure medicine before. I'm a big guy, and with the injury, and I am, sense of taste, sense of smell. Like you
Hmm.
said, swimming in the pool. We live in Florida. Swimming with the kids in the pool. I have the lung capacity I had when I was 16 years old again.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So, just can't say enough about it.
Yeah, and and not only that, I mean, like, hey, what's up, Mark? Good evening. And Ken. Um, Another thing is the expansion of this community, how much it reaches us. It's not just us behind our computer screens and talking in terms of this. I mean, they have vape meets between local and national vape meets that are set up either once a year, or like there's more national meets being set up almost every month. There's local meets happening once or twice a month. I mean, and there's so many ways to interact with other vapors, to like, I guess to enhance your journey, so to speak. I mean, are there any local ones by you that you know of?
There is, yeah. There's a big one, 20 minutes away. I have not gone yet. I am planning on going. I'm planning on taking a bunch of juice and heading down there and getting to know people. I'm a people person.
Oh yeah, that's Derek 72's meet, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Derek's gonna be on in 2 weeks, so
Awesome.
yeah, he's a good guy, man. I've known him for a long time, since I started vaping, and fellow New Yorker, transplanted to Florida. Oh yeah, so you get to hang out with some cool vapors down there, bro.
Yeah, man. Pinellas County, Clearwater, Florida, man. There's a lot going on here. I mean, everybody's always preaching California, and I think Florida is blowing up, and we're catching up fast. There's a lot going on, so it's an exciting time. It's amazing how far this industry has come this past year and a half, and it is not. ECF at first was hiding behind the computer. It was the elusiveness, just a avatar and a handle, and that was it. And but the information was good quality information. Now we're getting to, I have gone to people's houses. I've sold mods and delivered them to vapors that live, 3-4 miles away from me, and it's there. I see them everywhere. I'm sitting at traffic lights, and the guy will be sitting next to me and roll the window down and say, "Hey, check it out," and he'll hold up an MVP, and I'm like, "Oh," because he'll see me vaping.
Right. So, no, I hear you, man. Dude, that's awesome. It's, and like I said, I mean, like just like you said, it's expanding. It's never ending. And I really hope it's my hope, okay, that within the next 10 to 15 years that this will be the majority.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt.
So anyway, I know we were sidetracked a little bit, but anyway, there is something that I do want to discuss with you when it comes to like delving into DIY, which eventually led to Walker tobacco alternatives. In that you were explaining to me as you started DIY and then decided to go commercially, how you have this unique business model that separates you from other vendors. Can you explain this to us so we have an understanding of it?
Certainly. Quick history. The first year I was
Oh no. Oh no, we lost Ken for a second again. Ken, just try to pop back in. You can hear us. Oh, I was on a roll too, wasn't I, guys? Hold on, he should be back soon. Hold on. I hope so. Uh-oh. I'm hoping he just pops back in. I'll tell you guys, we had an earlier technical issue earlier, but so I'm hoping it isn't like an internet issue. Just crossing my fingers. It comes back in. Okay.
How's that?
Okay, we're back. Okay, Ken is back. Oh, I was worried, man, because remember we got disconnected earlier today.
Yeah, I don't know what's up, man. I got an awesome computer. I got an awesome internet signal. I don't know what's up with that.
I don't know, because I checked mine, and like I actually usually, just so you guys know, I reset my router like between 5:30 and 6 o'clock every week to make sure I have a fresh connection in case of incidentals like this. So that's what I do. But anyway, okay. Anyway, without missing a beat, so you started DIYing your own e-liquids. Can you tell us exactly how that came about?
Yeah, the first year of vaping, I couldn't find a juice I liked. I
Mm-hmm.
found naturally extracted tobacco and was immediately in love. And shortly after that, I started to do extractions myself. This was about a year and a half ago, and I haven't bought juice since. It just it was it. That was it for me. You know, everybody was always talking about their all day vape, and I just couldn't find it, and finally did stumble across it, making it myself. So, as far as the business goes, I knew immediately the first 2 or 3 weeks that I was extracting, I knew that I had to get this stuff out there in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
For the first, I only launched in 2 days. It'll be a month of the official launch. In the last 6 months, I've sent probably 200 bottles of juice to friends all over the world because it was just that good. I just had to get it out there for people to try. And then that just turned into, I got enough positive feedback that people wanted to buy it. And, it's the same, a lot of the same story as how DIY turned into a business. So as far as the business model goes and being different from what else is out there, I do not have a regular line of juice. I
Mm-hmm.
do cigar extractions, I do pipe blend extractions, and leaf extractions. I take requests. Um, People send me cigars that they have that they won't smoke anymore. I extract them. I send them a big bottle of what I make, sell the rest. Um, so it's the business model itself. What we're gearing towards is a closed juice club where you join the club every month. You get 1 or 2 bottles of a featured premium extract and access to everything that's available. Um, I'm extracting every couple of days. I am filtering different juice. It's just a constantly evolving process, constantly adding things. So to the point where when people are ordering, nobody pays until they get a confirmation from me that I have what they want in stock because it comes and goes so fast that um, 5 people will order all at once, and the first 3 will take 1 or 2 of the say cigar extracts that are available. They'll take the rest of them, and I'll have to confirm with the third person that this just sold out. I can replace it with something else, and pick what you want. So um, that's the goal. I didn't start with a closed private club because I wanted to get the product out there. I know what I have. I'm extremely picky myself, so I put it in the hands of several other tobacco connoisseurs and let the grapevine is and word of mouth is doing its thing and progressing nicely.
So basically, you're going with a grassroots campaign, in other words.
I am, yeah. I ran a lot of co-ops on ECF and
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, and had a large, inner circle, if you will, of people that I know. So it didn't take much for me to contact a lot of people and say, "Hey, you want some juice? Try. You like tobacco? I've got something you got to try." So yeah, that's how it started. And now that I basically did it with no startup money. I put in a few $100 of my own money, and
Right.
I just keep flipping the income into stock, and I'm finally at a point where I am prepared to take it to the next level. And honestly, I was hesitant with what the FDA was going to do. As we all know, for 2 years we've all been waiting for the hammer to drop. Um, so I'm a little more comfortable now that I have a little wiggle room and I'm prepared in the next, I would say within the next week, I will have a site up and running. So,
Dude, I'm very excited about what about your story and how it is different how you're doing, because a lot of people, they do, they go through the regular channels. They go through social media. They talk to a couple of big names. They release it under the pseudo of other people who are kind of backing up. The way you're doing it, it's almost like you want the product to speak for itself. That's how much faith you have in it. And I think that people that have tried it thus far are basically giving you positive feedback, or if there's something a little off on it, you have a chance while it's still kind of in its infancy stage to maybe change something up even slightly, for the betterment of the product, the flavor, and so on and so forth, correct?
Yes, and that's another thing I forgot to mention, and Harley just asked in chat how much nicotine level is in your juice, and I think he means the extract before the juice. I have a biochemistry student in California who I sent samples to, and he's having them lab tested. So we're going to have the results of that shortly, I hope. And this is something I'm going to encourage all juice vendors to do. And now it looks like they're going to have to do it anyway with the what's going on. But I have a chemist, two chemists actually, that they're not official consultants, but they are people that I've known for years, and I consult them all the time with questions, with when I started, do this, don't do that, how do I move forward. I a couple times in the beginning I used alcohol to extract, and I got ripped apart for that. They didn't like that at all. So that's as far as the science end of it and the chemicals and everything else. I have excellent sources of information that I can go to for help when needed, and I'm excited about the lab testing. I really am. It's something I'm going to really put out there and plaster all over the place. Here we are. This is our juice. This is what's in it. Here's the full breakdown. So.
Oh yeah, I hear you. And I was very excited. I was very excited because I was fortunate enough to get a few bottles, and literally they came today. They literally came today. Like, we were sweating both because Ken, you sent this out like last weekend, right? And I was like, last night I was just hitting you up last night, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know if they're gonna be here for the show. I was like, should we just roll anyway? And he was like, dude, I want you to try it before you have me on. So I've been non-stop vaping it. I've been pretty much like hitting it on my 510, like just pretty much even before the show, just to get accustomed to the flavors. And I want to talk about one in particular. Okay, here I am with where is it? I've been hitting this just now. There it is. Ken's blend. Now I know this is this one's it's not an NET, but you gotta tell me. I mean, because there's a lot going on here. Like, as far as flavor, like, I was vaping, I was like, what? I was like,
That I struck gold with that. That has been around for since almost the day I started extracting. It's the only one that is not an extract, and it is, it's a few different tobaccos and a touch of something special in there, just another flavor, and I mean, it was like literally one of those things where it was meant to be, man. I just, followed the manufacturer's recommendations for the percentages and 4 flavors, and the stuff's incredible. Love it. I converted a bunch of teachers at my kid's school, and that's all they vape. They will not. I try to get them to, I change it up a bit, or the extracts. They won't go near the extracts. They love that stuff. So yeah, I've been selling that stuff for a year now. So yeah, that's where the name came from, Ken's Blend. I had to think of something. I was shooting from the hip on that long before I had any thoughts of a business or selling anything, So
I mean, yeah, because I want to point out something. Even though it's not NET, I mean, you could tell the liquid on it is, it's different. It's like this, it's naturally colored, meaning there's no real color in this. It might be maybe a light, very light tint to it, but essentially there's no added like colors in it. While on the other end, you have what I have here is the 10 blend. And this is the one I vaped on first. It's the first one I got because the way you had it set up, you had the 10 blend, you had the Kens in the middle, and then you had the 1926 Padron on the right side when you had it packaged up. So I just went left to right. Now, um, now as you could see from, I don't know if you guys could see it, but if you look at this one, which is his 10 blend, which isn't NET, it's very dark. So there's definitely something going on there, Ken. That definitely differentiates it from regular e-liquids.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's another thing that there are companies out there that are selling extracts and have been, and my extracts my juice, I should say, is nothing but extract and nicotine. I do all my extractions in 100% VG, and I add nothing to it. Whatever the people request for a nic level, that's the nicotine goes in the bottle, and then extract fills it up the rest of the way, and that is it. So I do have some customers that want PG. They like some PG in there. The VG makes it a little bit.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
One of my emails just popped up. Sorry about that, guys.
No problem. Fred, I dropped out again.
No, it was me.
So, when people ask for PG in the mix, I do hit them up ahead of time before I make it and let them know that essentially that's just diluting the flavor. But the pipe blends are pretty strong. The pipe blends are very much in your face, which is what the 10 blend is that you have. That's a pipe extraction. So adding a little bit of PG to it for those that may think they're a little bit overpowering, it tones it down a bit for them, which is good in that sense. The cigar blends, and the one you have there, it's a 1926 Padron Maduro. 1926, it's not the year that it was, that's the series of the cigar. But that's one of the best ones that I have. I extracted that exact cigar a year ago. I vaped about 500 mils of it myself over the past year.
Wow.
Yeah, and people were asking for it. It was a request, so I got another one, and that's the fresh extract from the new one I just did. So I joined a couple of cigar clubs. That's the other thing I wanted to mention. The cigar extracts and juices are so smooth. All the layers come through. If there's 2 or 3 tobaccos in the cigar, all of that comes through in the vape. It's amazing how smooth it is. You get some of it on the inhale, some of it on the exhale, and you can really tell. You can.
Oh no! I lost him again. Oh man, it's one of those nights. I apologize, fellas. I apologize. Hopefully we'll get him to come back. He'll come back in just a minute. But in the meantime, yeah, there's 3 flavors that we tried that I've been vaping on, and he's gonna try to come back in. And we got North Texas Vapor. I don't know if you're North Texas Vapor Shop, but I've been communicating with you, and just so you guys know, for the record, he is back. Just for the record, I'm gonna try to get these guys on next week. So if that's what you guys know, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'll give you guys a call between 12 and 5. The 3 that I got last lady vaping is I got the 10 blend. I've got the Ken's blend, and I have the 1926 Padron. So anyway, hey Ken, are you there still? I don't know if he's still there or not. Oh boy. He's having Oh, Paul, nice to see you. Nice to see you, sir. Just to let you know, Paul, just start dripping that right now. Right now. Don't even wait. Steeping. Don't worry about it. Go right into it. I know there is no hangout low for Ken tonight. Ken, are you there? Can you hear me? All right. Let's try it again. You know what I'm gonna do, Ken? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to set up a new hangout. If you can hear me, okay. No, I'm gonna put in a new hangout. I'm gonna start a new hangout. Let's just do it this way. I'll start a new hangout, and hold on a second. We'll start a new hangout. Let's see if I could get this going somehow. I think it might be the only way I can do it. Or wait, or maybe I should just pop in and see if he'll come in. I don't know.
I'm trying.
Oh, okay, we got voice. So that's good.
We have voice.
Okay, you know what? We'll just keep going. So anyway, I didn't mean to cut you off. We were back at it is a pretty background. Ken, you do have a pretty background. I guess that's you standing on a real big bush, like a big branch.
Yeah, that's 15 years ago. That's Massachusetts, right when I met my wife. And for those of you that know my avatar that I use everywhere, the silhouette with the sunset in the background. That's when we first met, also in Massachusetts. And that's a great picture, man. 15 years we've been married. And, that picture hangs on the wall in our house, man.
That's awesome, man. You know what? We could all be so lucky to find somebody like that. So, big props, man. Awesome.
Thank you.
Listen. So anyway, we'll go back to what we were talking about, and until we got rudely interrupted by technology, we started talking. We talked about the Ken's blend a bit, and we talked about the 10 blend. And I showed them the extraction. So, I didn't catch the flavor profile because I kind of got a little sidetracked. My bad. So, if you could tell us again what it was. Yeah, Cody, he was in Massachusetts, but he's in Florida now.
Yeah, I've been in Florida since '08. I'm sorry, so you asked for the flavor profile of which one?
Of the 10 blend.
The 10 blend is... man, there's so many that I can't keep them memorized.
Well, I can tell you what I was tasting offhand. It was like a rich dark cigar type of flavor, but it almost had like some kind of notes of like some sweetness, and I can't quite catch the sweetness, but it made it like it's really pleasant. I think that's the best way I could put it. It was like a pleasant vape.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm pretty sure that it is a like a burley.
Okay.
That let me see. I'm looking here right now. Oh, it's a mix of toasted and black Cavendish. That is the description from
Cavendish. That's where the sweetness comes from, right there.
Yes.
So it's nice. It is nice, and you could tell by it's like nice dark coloring on it. It's fantastic. Cody, I will hook you up with Ken after the show, and you guys can chit chat. Just so you know, Ken, Cody is opening a brick and mortar in Massachusetts, so that's why he was asking.
I am constantly going back and forth to Massachusetts. I've got mountains of family up there, no pun intended, and so yeah, that'll always be home. So I'm definitely open to talking to anybody that is in the plan eventually, down the road.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm open to anything at this point.
Right on. And that's good because Cody's a good guy, and people who know him, he's otherwise known as Cody the Staff, as I like to affectionately call him. He's Massachusetts proud, and he's got the attitude to match. So
right on. Wicked pisser.
So anyway, So let's go to the 1926 Padron, which I have loaded up right now on my Addy, and I'm vaping it now. I know you started talking about it a little bit, but let's talk about that. It's a little bit lighter. I looked at the consistency of the 1926 Padron. It's a lot lighter consistency than the 10 blend. But this one's at NET also, correct, Ken?
Yes, and you'll find that with all of the cigars versus the pipe blends, that is the difference between any cigar and any pipe. Mm-hmm. The cigars are all basically the same, and the only thing that's going to change from one to the other are those subtle notes and those subtle tones and the type of tobacco that was used in it. It's a darker cigar, and it's just, you know, these are, I would say that's a mid to high end cigar. It's not a $50 cigar, but it's not a $5 cigar either. I don't remember, it's somewhere right in the middle, but
right. I mean, because yeah. I'm tasting it, and to me, it reminds me, like, you know cigars, and there are people in here that know cigars. It reminds me of the Romeo y Julieta Olla Epicure.
You know, that's funny. I put up a request thread in my group on Facebook today because I have so many requests, and the very first one is Romeo and Juliet.
And this particular one, it reminds me of this particular, only because when I was heavily smoking cigars, I would specifically buy this one, Romeo y Julieta Olla Epicure. And the reason why that I remember this one, because the shape of the cigar is a rectangle, and it goes from wide on one end to like narrow on the other end for the side that you smoke out of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's one of those. Latin ladies liking the way I speak the Espanol.
I was going to say my accent isn't nearly as good as yours.
But yeah, but the flavor on it, because you know what, I don't know. The only thing that's missing from it that would make it exactly like the Olla Epicure is they have a tiny little hint of vanilla in it. So this is that minus the tiny little touch of vanilla, and it's just amazing. Like, the cigars, it's smaller than you know your regular cigars that are like that big, and it's about $35 for it, but it's so worth it.
Oh yeah,
so worth it.
I agreed 100%. The other night I got a few nights ago I ordered one. It was a recommendation, and I went to a cigar club and ordered it. I paid like $45 for it or something like that.
Right.
And I put up a pre-order for it, and I explained to everybody, you know, this costs a little bit more, so the juice is going to cost a little bit more. And I put it up there, and the list filled up in no time. It filled up in a matter of a few hours. So I'm expecting that in any day now, and I'm going to flip that one real quick and get it out. And this is what we're going to be doing. This is the way that we're going to keep doing things. People are talking about things that they enjoyed when they used to smoke cigars, mm-hmm. and so that's where a lot of the products are going to be coming from. So yeah, I've got Acid Blonde on the list, Romeo and Juliet. On the pipe blends, I've got some requests for an apple tobacco and a vanilla tobacco, so we're going to get some of those. Just a constantly changing, always changing line, always new things. First come, first serve. Get it while it's there, and I try to keep people updated on what I have in mm-hmm. stock and how much is left. You know, middle of the week, people want to wait till Friday to order. I want to, you know, that they don't have to worry that the one they like is going to be gone, or, you know, so.
No, I'm with you. I'm completely with you. I really, you know, here's the thing, because I'm not going to lie, I tried like 4 different vendors, their NETs, okay? And there is some that I like from each of them. With yours, I mean, the one that really stood out for me is be honest with you, was this 1926 Padron, just because it brought me back to that particular cigar. Now, no, guys, I'm not telling you to go out and buy it and smoke it, because that would be very bad on my end to tell you. It's like, well, I want to see what the difference is. What is Rich talking about? So don't do it. I'm just saying, this plus maybe like if you decided you wanted to add just a touch of vanilla to your drip, like if you have a vanilla vape, put maybe 1 drop of vanilla and maybe like 10 drops of this, and that's what it tastes like. I kid you not. Amazing.
I am experimenting with things like that also. I have been playing around with adding things here and there to see what I can come up with, because
Right.
I think, like you said, if that had a hint of vanilla to it, it would be flawless.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm not
yeah.
saying it's bad. I'm just saying that when I tasted that aroma, and I was like, what? And like it was almost immediately. I was just like, wow, I know this. And I literally had to like look, right? I was like, wait, I know this cigar, I know this cigar, I know this cigar. And I was like, there it is. So
And that's how we evolve. That's how this grows, and that's how this that's how we move forward, and that's exactly what I want to be doing. I want people to be saying, "Hey, this is what I used to smoke. Can you do this?" And I can have stuff flipped in a matter of 5 days. I will be going out tomorrow and purchasing what's on this list here that I've already listed off. Last week on Saturday, I went and filled up a list. Just finished filtering everything out yesterday and today, and so now that it's all filtered and ready to be blended, I am going to re-up on tobacco so that by the time next week hits, I've got 5 or 6 new ones ready to go and put them out there. So I'm excited.
yeah, I hear you.
A lot of good response. A lot of good feedback.
Yeah, and like I said, I only have just a sampling of what he has to offer. Like you said, he's constantly evolving, constantly testing out new flavors, and I'm guessing this is all that you're concentrated on right now. So, that's a good thing, because we don't have that many NET vendors out there. I mean, I know myself. I mean, like River Bomb's a good friend of mine in the community. He has his line of NETs. You have yours. I know that there's Matt from BeeLiquid that's started delving in it last year, and maybe there's maybe Illusion, which was the first NET I ever tried. But like I said, you can tell the different characters, and with yours, the one thing I noticed right away is that, wow, if somebody can nail a specific cigar, which is something that I haven't come across yet with other vendors. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not putting down other vendors, because obviously my love for River Bottom's Fog Sauce. I'm vaping on it every day. I got a tank of Admiral's Pipe all the time. It's not that. It's just that when you can actually single out a particular cigar with one of his flavors, you know that vendor has something going on. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And you mentioned about not going out and buying one to smoke. A gentleman has just sent me a Cohiba, and he had 2. And I thought he was going to send both, and he said, no, I'm keeping one to smoke. And I said, oh, well then, we're very interested to hear your comparison of the e-liquid versus, the cigar itself that you're going to smoke. So, I've had at least, in the last 2 weeks, I've had at least 5 or 6 people send me stuff from their personal stash, and I have extracted it, and I'm working on some of them now, and I send a huge bottle out to whoever sends it to me, and then there's probably 5 or 10 bottles worth left over that I can sell. So that's something that I have never seen anybody doing, and that and the private club part of it. We're going to get to a point where, I'm not going to want to be doing 500 bottles a day, you know what I mean? So that's where the club comes into it at some point.
Let me ask something. Now, as far as this club, can you give people information? Is there a way that you might be able to open it up a little bit? Let's say if somebody, in this room wants to join it, Is there maybe an application process, or is it just simply like hitting you up on a PM and asking you about it?
That's the thing. I have, it doesn't technically exist yet because I didn't want to, there's going to be a monthly fee. And
Mm-hmm.
that monthly fee is going to be between $30 and $40 a month. And what you're going to get for that $30 or $40 a month is you're going to get a 30 ml bottle of the premium monthly extract, which will be a high-end, expensive
Mm-hmm.
extract. And you also have access to everything else that's for sale. So I posted that exact quote in a few different groups on Facebook, and people will message me and say, hey, how do I get in on this? And I say, well, the first thing is my existing paying customers are all going to get first crack at it. So
Right.
anybody that has bought juice from me is going to get an email or a private message and get offered the access and once we get to that point. So that step one is to come check us out on Facebook. It's an open group. You can't just join. It's not closed or secret. It's open, but all you have to do is request access, and I will let you into the club. I mean, into the group, and you can see everything that's going on. You can stay up to date with what's happening. I'm in there. I run it like a forum, basically. I'm all the free time that I have during the day. I'm checking in on it,
Right there,
constantly having
fellas.
conversations with people, and so any new developments at this point will be in that group, and then from there it'll be on the website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. Now, before you go, a couple things I want to let you guys know. Now, I know every week that you have your choice of where you want to go. I appreciate everybody that's been in here and hanging out with Ken and I, despite the technical difficulties. You have your choice of where to go each night, and for those of you that are hanging out with me, thank you very much. Ken and I do thank you for it, for your time and hanging out with us tonight. Um, Now, before we go, we do have a little something that Ken told me about. A couple things that he wanted to do specifically for the people that are watching tonight. First thing we're going to do is he's going to give away two lucky winners.
Yep.
Two lucky winners, one 30 ml bottle apiece. Okay? Now, this is a pre-approved Ken question. So, first two people to answer correctly gets the bottle. Now, it's going to be flavor of choice and nick of choice based on availability, what you offer. Correct, Ken?
That is correct, yes. Whoever wins, will give them the order form links, and they'll just go to the order forms and fill it out just like they're ordering. And they'll just put a note in there that they want it on Cirrus Passage, and that just like that, they pick their nick level, they pick their ratio, and they pick their flavor, and I'll get it shipped out in the next 48 hours.
Hey, can you do me a favor, Ken? Can you put in that exact link so people know exactly where to go?
Sure,
Put it in
absolutely.
chat?
Yeah,
Okay.
just a second. Let me copy the links here.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
It's gonna take me just a second. Here's the.
I know that's the group, but you said there's a link within the group, right? For the order form?
Yeah, there's order forms, Google Doc. I'm running it like a co-op,
Okay.
basically, because that's what I've been used to. There's the cigar form,
All
and
right,
let
I'm
me
gonna
get
copy
the.
that. Pammy and I are gonna both copy that so we could put that in for the winners.
All right,
Second here.
and then here is the pipe form.
Also, there's two links. Okay, let me grab the second one from you.
Yeah, and there was a third one for that pre-order, but that is pretty much full. There's only like one or two spots, and I'm leaving that for the current customers. So there are the two docs to order. They
Cool.
are current and up to date. I had one of the products, I ran out of it earlier today, and I did update it. So unless people have been placing orders in the last hour while I've been on the show, that we should be almost 100% as far as those accurate as far as those forms. So blackberry brandy is out of stock right now, but yeah, that's something that also I forgot to mention. Things that are highly requested, I will keep on a regular basis. If stuff like the blackberry brandy, people went nuts over that. I will get a lot more of that and keep that around because it's so good. So.
Okay, so here we go, guys. Are you guys ready? Here comes the question. First two people to answer it wins this. Okay. Now, obviously, if you already won tonight, you must piff to somebody else. But anybody can play. Here we go. Come on, man. I see winners. Pami, I see Duro Sig 556R, and I see Scorp.
Yep. Right on, guys. Congratulations.
Oh, I'm seeing it. Yeah, Ken's seeing it. I'm just getting from Pami, but Pam usually is my... I have CountryPami. She's usually my backup to make sure that I'm picking the correct winners. So, hold on a second. So, Walker, Tobacco, Alternatives, and that is Scorp. 12, and I just need yours, Duro. I need the last two of your zip code, so I can confirm that, and then, okay, 03. So what I'll do is, you guys fill out the form, and then I'll go ahead and I'll PM Ken, let him know, okay, these are the two people, just make sure the zip codes match up, so that he knows it's the right people.
Yeah, and there's a comment box on the order forms. A comment box where you can put your ratios. You can put anything you want. So in that comment box, just mention the show, and we'll cross reference with you guys to make sure everything's on the up and up. And just like that, I'll get it out the next day or two.
Now, and just so you guys know, for Scorpion, Duro, and for all my other winners, if you're not catching it right away, don't worry. I'm going to post this information. I'm going to add this to my winners list blog tomorrow. So don't feel panicked if you have to absolutely do it right now. I'm going to give you instructions, and basically the instructions would be you fill out whichever forms you need to fill out. I'll put the 2 URLs on my blog post, unless you decide you can do it tonight. And that way, not only do you have the information tonight in the chat room, you also have the information in the winners list in case you didn't get it right. And that's basically, give him the information, you fill out the form, I send Ken the verification, the last 2 of your zips, so that he can match up the zip codes, and then he'll send those out to you. Okay? Also
keep in mind too, guys, all the winners out there, I have 4 pipe blends that are not on the forms that will be going up on the forms tomorrow. So you feel free to wait if you want. Within 24 hours max. It's up to you. So by all means, if there's something there you see that grabs you, go right ahead. But just for the record, there will be 4 more juices going up tomorrow. So
cool. Sounds fantastic to me, man. That's awesome. So anyway, Ken, I really appreciate you doing this. I know, sorry about the technical difficulties, but it's cool that at least we got to hear you for most of it. And
I'm internet. I'm not a tech guy. I'm a hammer swinger.
Now, before you go, it's just 2 quick things I want to ask. Like, I don't want to delve into this because I talked about it when I first started my show at 7 o'clock. That isn't recorded, so nobody's really going to hear it. But first thing I wanted to do is I just wanted to know just your general reaction to the announcement that was made to the FDA. I mean, like, you don't have to really go deep into it, but like, how do you feel about it just in the general sense?
I feel
from a vendor's perspective, I guess.
Bittersweet, honestly. When I first came into the community 2 years ago, everybody was screaming doomsday and doomsday. And for 6 months, I was like, oh my God, the government's going to shut this down and take everything away from us. And and then I started to relax and realize it wasn't all that it was getting cracked up to be. So in a sense, I'm relieved. I am quite happy that we do have a 2-year window to comply, because I really was concerned that they were going to just ban it online altogether and cut us off completely. So it's a bittersweet thing from my point of view. I am concerned that what it's going to take to meet their criteria, but that remains to be seen. So yeah, it's like I said, relieved in a sense because they didn't completely destroy us yet, and at the same time, it's kind of nice not to have it hanging over our heads also anymore, and for them to finally say something one way or the other, So
well, like my personal opinion on it is we have 2 years to maneuver. That's what I think. We have 2 years to maneuver, and I think it's if anything. I think that if every vapor out there does just a little each, and I'm talking like even just educating your local representative. Like for me, I talk to like my local congressman. He knows me by first name now, after meeting him a few times at the gas station. So guess how many emails I was sending out to him like in the past year,
Sure.
Yep, exactly, Leo. 2 years means time to start now. Exactly. Vampire74 has this link that she gave me. I'm gonna put it in I'm gonna put it in here one more time. And basically, this is like a comment form. Basically discussing what's gonna happen in the next 75 days. I'm gonna read into it a little bit more before I post it. But she asked me to post it because she came in while she was working real fast to give me that link. So here's the link, guys, and take a look at it. And I don't know, let's let our voices be heard a little bit at a time, because voices in numbers means that we could actually spark some kind of change, or at least some kind of reaction from those that are either ignorant or don't fully understand what it is we do.
And that's it, Collectively, our voices cannot be ignored collectively. Vapors, vendors, doesn't matter what you are. I mean, there are so many of us. If we could just get together in some small form and collectively put forward our success stories, that alone can't be denied. So it's cautiously optimistic.
Right. So thank you. You know what? Thank you so much, Ken. Thank you for coming in tonight. I really appreciate you coming in, and not only that, we got to know a little bit more about you. Oh, I'm sorry. It's my fault. I copied it wrong. Sorry. Okay. Latin Lady Vapey says questions. Correct. Let's throw a few questions at Ken.
Absolutely.
Guys, if you have any questions, I'll give you guys a form. I'll throw a few questions at Ken. Let's see. If anybody has any questions, I'll be glad to do it. Sorry about that. That's my fault that the link wasn't working. My bad. Oh no, you're talking about my questions. Yes. Okay. All right. So here we go. I think what they were talking about was I do this little quiz I do with all of my guests at the end of their interview. It's literally like the James Lipton Inside the Actor Studio questionnaire. 10 questions. If you've seen that show, you know what I'm talking about. So Ken, short answers, doesn't really, but it's just a nice little thing I do with all my guests. So are you ready for this little quiz? Okay.
Bring it on.
You're
breaking up. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no. Okay, here we go. So what is your favorite non-curse word?
Oh boy, my favorite non-curse word. I got 4 kids, man. I don't know. Do it. That's
nice.
2 words, but
that's cool. You can answer it any way you want. It's all good.
Yeah.
What is your least favorite word?
My least favorite word. I mean, I don't know. How can we say anything on this show? I mean.
Oh yeah, I got the parental advisory up. It's all good. It's all good.
My least favorite word, taxes.
Mm. What turns you on?
What turns me on? Um, Undressing, hot women undressing.
And what turns you off?
All these damn pictures of Phil Basardo in that damn thong that Dimitri keeps putting up.
What sound do you love?
I love the sound of a dual coil crackling with a fresh battery on a mech mod just cranking. I love that sizzling, spitting.
That's awesome. And what sound do you hate?
Oh, jeez. You know, the cell phone notifications.
I'm guessing it blows up on your phone quite a lot every day.
Well, yeah, and with everything being linked together now, there's so many of them. It was one thing with just text messages and emails, but now with all the social media, it's like the thing just beeps all day long. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Not a bad thing. Not a bad.
I know it's not, but yeah, I could see like if you're in the middle of something important, you're like, oh no, here it goes again. So yeah, I hear you. What is your favorite curse word?
Fuck.
That's a fan favorite.
Yeah. little emphasis there. Yeah.
What profession other than yours would you like to attempt?
Oh boy. Graphic design or art. I used to draw a lot when I was younger, so I would have to say that. If I was a millionaire and I could sit around and do anything, I would probably draw and paint.
Dude, sounds awesome to me, man. I think a lot of people would go into the arts or music.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would learn more instruments. That's what I would do. So I would go into the music side myself.
Yeah.
All right. What profession would you not like to do?
Be on the back of a trash truck.
Right. I think a lot of people say that. You know, either that. I got a couple people that say they don't want to be a doctor. So, all right.
Well, it's a certain kind of doctor I'd be.
I think we know what kind of doctor that is. Let's see. And the final question of the night is, putting aside religious beliefs, totally hypothetical, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gates?
That you did the best you could and you made the right decisions. That you made honest decisions. Your intent was good. You had good intentions. So,
dude, that's awesome. Ken, that's all I say is, thanks, bro. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me, man. It was a good time.
Just remember, guys, please join his group. Let me put the link to his group here. Hold on a second. So you have it. He will have a website up soon, so when he does have it up, he will announce where it's going to be, what the URL is going to be. But for the meantime, all your information on Walker Tobacco Alternatives, how you can order and everything, will be found there. Honestly, guys, if you like cigars, I would say try the 1926 Padron. So good. It is, and I don't know if it's okay with you. I think I'm gonna vape on these for like a few while, and maybe I'll put up a more in-depth review of it in the next week or two. If that's cool with you, Ken.
Absolutely, and that stuff's fresh, man, and it doesn't.
You know what I'm gonna do then? I'm gonna wait 2 weeks. I want it to steep for 2 weeks, and then I'll roll with it then, because it could change a little bit, and I want to give it a fair review, good or bad, and I'm going to be honest. So
and that's what I ask of people. That's I can't ask anything more than that. This stuff is not for everybody. There's a particular client base that are going to really love this stuff, and you're going to love it or you're going to hate it. And be honest. That's all I can ask. I would do the same for any of you, and that's all I can ask for you to speak up. So,
right on. Okay, well, you know what? Like I said, guys, one more time, give a round of applause to Ken. Thank you so much again for coming on, bro. I really appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us tonight.
Anytime, man. Anytime. Thanks, guys. Everybody have a good night.
All right, I'm going to give you a little bro fist here. Boom. I know you can't give it back, but I'm picturing you doing it.
It's up there, man. It's up there.
All right. Have a great evening, man, and thank you very much again.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
Peace.